All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how most women these days, man, are in a contract with Satan. And I'm not joking when I say this, right? I genuinely believe that spiritually, most women are under the influence of Satan, and I can back it up with the scriptures. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, right? For people, for other nations to be trying to say, well, you're talking all this, but look at how your women go on, look at how your women do this and how your women do that, which the so-called black woman is an embarrassment to the so-called black man. Every time I'm walking in the street and I see one of these hood rat Eves with one of them hood rat hairnets on their head, shower cap things, whatever the hell it's called, man, I feel absolutely disgusted, right? And I actually actively try and make sure to walk the other side of the road, man, or to walk far away to where I'm not entertaining that woman's attention or acknowledging her existence in any kind of way, man, because the majority of Israelite women right now are demons. And to take it further, the majority of women in general are demons, man, because this ain't no praising up with the so-called white man thing right now, and either, because they're demons too. All women on this earth right now really are demons and are gone after Satan, but none more so than Eve, because you'll have Eve talking about how she's an Israelite this and she's an Israelite that, but she's trying to claim the nationality but not claim any of the moral code and any of the culture that the Israelites speak about. And I have to mention it, right? The multiple wives thing. Now, me saying the multiple wives thing isn't necessarily saying that I'm trying to have multiple wives right now, but it's a thing that's in the scriptures, and it's a thing that rubs the Israelite woman the wrong way. And it's one of the easiest tests to see how genuine she is about the scriptures. And for all you brothers out there, right, just know this, and this is one of the reasons why I'm saying that the women are demons, right? And I'm read verse 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan, meaning that they're in a deal with Satan. They're on Satan's way, man. They're following after the adversary, but they're also following after Satan, as in actually the spiritual demon Satan, man. They're in a contract with Satan right now, most of them, right? And that women are not fair people. They're not equal. They're not balanced. They're an unequal balance, right? It speaks in the scriptures about how, and well, let me get it. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. And most women right now in this earth are a false balance because they expect, right, for men to be able to do every single thing that they can do and more, and they don't expect the man to expect or want anything from them. And they want to be able to cheat, and commit real adultery on their man. They don't want to have to be a virgin before they met a guy. They don't want body count to matter, when here's one of the clear reasons why body count matters, right? Outside of, obviously, it's disgusting if you find out that a woman has had 100 men before you put her in the same move that you thought you was doing to her. Oh, yeah, I'm doing my thing here. Mate, you're the 101st one to do that move on her, mate. That's absolutely gross. You know what I mean? Imagine if you had a plate of food put in front of you, right? And then you find out that 100 people before you had a little nibble out of some of the food on your plate. Like, imagine you got a big plate of rice, yeah, with some protein and all that on there, and the protein portion still looks okay, yeah, but you find out that 100 people before you had dipped all different kind of pieces of cutlery in your rice and been eating a little bit of rice out of that plate, and they didn't use the same fork. That would still be gross. Now find out that they all use the same fork that you used. That would be absolutely disgusting, right? But that's how it is in this world with these women. You'll see a woman and she's trying to look at you, giving you the eyes and all that, yeah. And you're thinking, oh yeah, I must have been doing my thing today. But she's really just thinking, well, she's mad at her man that she's with right now. And she's thinking, oh yeah, this guy, yeah, he'll definitely go for me. So then I don't have to treat my man that I've got at home now with me with respect because I can find a new guy real quick. You know what I mean? Some of the time it will be women that like are actually can be actually like quite attractive women and they're trying to get your attention when they're out in public, they're or overly turning around, trying to be in front of you and lift up their trousers to try and make it cling round every curve. And the reason why they're trying to get your attention is just to be like, see, I knew I could. You know what I mean? They've gone after Satan. Women have gone after Satan in this world right now, man. And every single brother's gone through situations with women. So let's not only of us try and act like we're some, which maybe, let me not even say that actually. Maybe some of you brothers out there could have been some Casanovas. You know what I mean? Maybe you think you figured it out more perfectly than King Solomon, right? Maybe you think that you're King Solomon, but King Solomon dealt with problems with women. And he would have been the top man on earth at that time. At the time that King Solomon was alive. You have to understand this. This should surely put it in perspective of how wicked women are, right? And why the scriptures say so many things about women. At the time that King Solomon was on the earth, he was the top man on earth. He was the high value man of the earth at that time. There wasn't nobody higher than him in ranking. He was the top guy. And his women still were going off to the point where he said, among 1,000 women, let me get it. Right? And I just thought that in my mind now. Like, that really puts it in perspective how wicked women are. Because King Solomon would have been the top man on earth, you know. Like, you know, all this high value man stuff that women talk about now. Oh, I need a man with blah, blah, blah. King Solomon had all of that. And he still had to deal with you demon women, man. He still saw that women ain't nothing. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso please of God shall escape her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one. King Solomon was examining it, man. He actually, when he had all of these wives, he wasn't even necessarily doing it because of, oh man, I'm gonna be going in, right? Because King Solomon, when you read about him in the scriptures, he never had thousands of children, right? He never. So he never even ended up having a child by all of the wives that he had. He never even had 700 children to where he had wives from all of his children from all of his wives, right? We don't read about, I ain't read that anyway. If somebody can show me otherwise, then please do. But we don't read about King Solomon having 1,000 wives. He was having these women around him in particular as well because he was trying to examine them. He was trying to understand a woman's mind. And what did he find? Verse 28. In fact, what's counting one by one to find out the account, which my soul seeketh for, but I find not. So his soul was seeking, man. I want to find a righteous woman, man. I want to see a righteous woman. Yeah. His soul was seeking for it, but I find not. One among 1,000 have I found. So he also did experiments when he was seeing, let me see if where men are righteous among Israel. And he was examining them, would have been testing men in different ways, and they wouldn't have even known it. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have even known, okay, I'm testing to see if men are righteous. And Solomon would have been also testing and examining and seeing things about women in the world. Because he was, the situation in the Bible, he had to judge among scenarios among women. And he would have been seeing that among women, I ain't seeing the same kind of things where among men, eventually I see some righteousness. Right? One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So when he was trying, if he would have been doing his experiments, his social experiments, or whatever he was doing, and saying, okay, this particular man, after I've asked this same particular question or did this same kind of test, this particular man, he did exactly what the righteous thing would be to do. But when he would do it to the women, he'd always see that they would be doing wickedness, man, among the same rate when he would do the same test or similar test, whatever test he was doing, man. Right? Verse 29. Lo, this I have found, that God made man upright, but they sought out many inventions. So men are righteous, but men seek out wickedness. But women ain't righteous. You understand? And that's facts. Like, women are not fair people. They can't judge scenarios fairly. They can always, whenever something bad happens, understand it from the woman's perspective, but can't understand it from the man's. Whenever a woman's female friend commits adultery, The woman always understands why her female friend would have committed adultery, because she can consider all the times in her mind where she's wanted to or has committed adultery herself. But when a man's actually kept the laws of Yahweh and he deals with another woman, they think that he's damn Judas Iscariot, man. That's what they think. And it's ridiculous. Women are not fair people. And you brothers out there, right, that you're actually doing according to even this world standards, all the things that you're supposed to do as a man, right? The women in this world, a lot of them are so arrogant that they think that they deserve that. They think they deserve that. Even though, and this isn't me sending for no one's lives, even though more than likely the woman that most brothers are with is not a virgin. You know what I mean? Even though. But they think that they deserve, things. But all you brothers out there, tell me what women think men deserve. Women are quick to talk about what they deserve in this world. But what do they think that men deserve? In fact, the common trend in this world is that niggas ain't shit or men ain't shit. And when you even hear the Edomite woman talk these days, don't she sound like Eve? Don't most women now do them Eve hand gestures where, what is it that Apostle Tahar says? Where they be trying to look like they're grabbing grapes out of the sky when they're talking. Don't most Eve do that these days? And most women in general, they all sound like Eve. But originally, it was the Edomite woman that most women was trying to copy. But because the Israelite woman's are chosen, she's became the overall influence, and she's pushed women to go even more demon than what they were. She's shown the women that, oh, you thought you was being proud just because of this? No, I'm going to take this up to another level, because I've been treating my man that you devils have helped me destroy. I've been treating him even worse. And then she's been seeing how her little Edomite friends and her Edomite colleagues have been dealing with their relationships. Like, girl, you know you don't have to cook for that nigga. Fuck that nigga. You don't have to cook for that nigga. Let him cook his own meal. I don't give my man shit. As if that's something to boast about. As if men was being around their male friends and seeing that their male friend treating his woman nice. As if it would be a good thing for that man to say, don't fucking buy that bitch nothing, man. Don't make that hoe pay her own fucking bills, nigga. You know what I mean? Don't fucking treat that woman nice. Fuck that. You know what I mean? But Eve don't mind doing that about us, though. Eve's the main one that goes around these heathens spreading secrets and telling secrets about Jake, man. Like certain stereotypes that might be said about Jake, certain things, she'll be trying to be, oh, that ain't true. That ain't true. They ain't that. They ain't that. They ain't this. They ain't that. She's the main one. She's a demon. The Israelite woman and women in general, if they both work in the same career as a man, she'll think that she's getting to the bag. But the same man that was her male colleague, right, that's getting paid the same amount, she'll look at him like he don't make enough to be a viable candidate to date. But her money's apparently the bag. Because when a woman's looking at her money, right, and we all know this, but people don't want to talk about this a lot of the time in the world because people ain't shit, man. People are scared cowards, a lot of them. They don't want to speak the real. But when you speak the real and understand what women are about, especially in this time now, with all the freedom that they've been given, which shows why in times past there wasn't given any. Because a woman's like a demon, man, in a cage that has to be contained. And if you open that door with a key, you've unleashed a demon, mate. Now, some people might think I'm joking when I say that, and it kind of might sound a bit funny, but I'm kind of mean it, man. Like women I don't think that women are righteous. I don't view women and think, oh, women are righteous petals that are innocent. Like, no, nah, I don't think that. Maybe in times past I might have thought that, but nowadays, nah. I've seen that they're wicked, man, and they've exposed themselves. You know what I mean? They've shown that they really think that they deserve everything without having to do anything to deserve that. You've got women that are fat as hell in this world, yeah? Absolutely horrible looking. Trying to talk about men's appearances and trying to call men short, but they wouldn't dare step on a scale. They wouldn't dare step on a scale, man. And I've worked in industries before where you get to speak to these women and see how they interact on a level individually and in groups and stuff like that. And they're quick to lie, man. They're catty with each other. They hate each other. If they see another woman that's more attractive than them, they'll try and befriend her. If there's two women that are overweight, right, the one of them starts losing weight, the other one's gonna try and sabotage the other woman's weight loss. Like, women are demons, man. Like, straight up. I'm not joking, man. When there's a man that they think's attractive, they all try and watch and see whether the other woman likes her, and now they're trying to all get that man. Obviously, because one of the reasons would be because the man's attractive to them, but another reason would be because they're trying to prove to the other woman, I'm better looking than you. I can get a man better than you. I can get the same kind of man that you can get. So don't, okay, you're more prettier than me, but I'm a bigger slut though. So I can just get that guy with the moves that I've made, got learned over the years, and I can get that man. Women will sleep with another woman's man that's married and all that, just to prove that married men cheat and all this stuff. They'll do these things, man. They're Satan. And the apostles have seen so much things from women, the so-called black women in general, that they've basically said to brothers, don't deal with them. Now, is there gonna be one among 10 million that might be righteous? Yeah. But for the most part, in general anyway, no woman's righteous. You understand? So even if you deal with another woman of another nation, you're still gonna see her doing some of the same things anyway. Because when you're seeing all these men that are on this red pill stuff and that complaining about women and saying the things that women do, it's not just Jake. Jake's the expert at it because we've got the worst woman. So most of the knowledge that gets spread is from us, really, because we're the ones that know. Because we're from our nation, really, we're supposed to have the best woman. The Israelite woman is supposed to be the best of all women. She's supposed to be the teacher of what it means to be a woman, and she's supposed to embody what it means to really be a woman. Because in the kingdom, that's what she's going to be. But right now, she's the main source of what it means to not be a woman. And the way how she does things is the main way to not copy, and she's actually the worst of all women. But good news, that's going to change, man. The time's going to come where these women are going to get humbled, man. And let me read this. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye trouble, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And the consistency that women are used to seeing men have, right? Where men, oh yeah, she's being a bit sour towards me at the moment, and I'm gonna go and sleep on that couch. I'm gonna go and sleep on the couch, and she can sleep in the comfortable memory foam bed because I was a dog, and I'm gonna buy her some chocolates and roses next week because I'm sorry, babes. Yeah, I'm sorry, babes. You know what I mean? All of that shit where men are just consistently doing their part all the time, and women can be variable with the things that they're supposed to do in the relationship. Oh, okay, today I feel like cooking, but tomorrow I'm gonna say I ain't your mama, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. But he better always do everything that I want him to do. If someone was to be trying to harm me in any way, he better always go and defend. But I'm not gonna defend, and I'm gonna start making things that ain't even really a big deal be a big deal. I'm gonna complain that he didn't take out the trash, as if a woman can't take out a bin outside of her house. If a woman complains about taking out the trash, she's a straight loser, bro. Because that's not no hard task. That's not a hard thing for a woman to take out the trash. If a woman tries to complain about a man leaving a toilet seat up or something like that, bitch, you can put down a toilet seat, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that women try and complain about in regards to men because they're trying to control them, right? And in this world, men just accept every single thing that women always say to them all the time. But then women don't think that they need to do anything in this world, to the point where it's almost like men are scared to ever say anything to women. And women have actually tricked men into thinking that men have to control how they speak to women. But women don't ever think that they have to control how they speak to men. I've heard some of you brothers out there say that women have told you on buses or trains, how dare you bang into a female? Don't you know that it's National Women's Day? These times it's a busy train in London, and London's a busy ass place, man. I've been there before and lived there before for a few years, and I don't now, but I've lived there before. It's a busy ass place, man. There ain't no such thing really as a peaceful day, a quiet day in London. You know what I mean? There's multiple languages and all that. There's bug outs there. There's a lot of bug outs there, man. There's a lot of air pollution there. There's a whole lot going on in that city, man. There's a whole lot. But though, as far as the UK goes, that's the top of places that you could live in terms of career paths and stuff like that. But then it comes with a lot of other snares with it, though. You know what I mean? It's still a bugged out place, man. It just is. It is bugged out. It is bugged out, man. And brothers that live over in London, not for them to have not bugged out and become demons like what other people are in London, Yahweh gave them a strong spirit, hopefully, one that's of the elect. Same thing with the brothers that and the elders and the apostles that live in America. Because that place is even worse. Especially with cities like New York, man. LA, Chicago and that. You know what I mean? Dallas. Somebody like Dallas is a place that's bugged out as well, man. There's a place, well, not Dallas. I mean Texas is a place that's bugged out because there's one street in Texas. I aren't too sure the geography of that place, but there's one whole street there called 6th Street, I believe, and there's just fights there all the time. There's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to all the fights that happen on 6th Street, 6. You know what I mean? 6th Street, man. There's enough fights, people getting gun upside their head, and then the police come through blowing whistles, spraying mace in everyone, shining torches in people's face. Break it up, tasing people, macing whole groups of people. And there's a whole YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to, by the way, because I find it fascinating that there's this road that there's just always fights going off on there. Like, what, is the road cursed? You know what I mean? Like, these women these days and everything about this world in general is cursed, man. It's cursed, bro. A man doesn't trust a woman in this world, and the woman don't trust the man. And I just was watching one video where one of the elders, he was talking about how these women's moms teach them to keep a man in the chamber, and they do. When moms are saying to their daughter, don't settle down with the first man that you get with, what is she actually saying to her daughter? She's telling her to be a hoe. What she should be saying is, daughter, you're a virgin now, yeah? And don't waste your virginity on no waste, man. So now, as you're a virgin, this is the time when you should be the most selective with the man that you're going to pick. This is the time where if there was ever a time where you could be arrogant about what man you think you deserve, now's the time, because you're undefiled. You haven't had another man do nothing with you sexually. So now's the time that you should be arrogant. It shouldn't be where women, when they're 18, 16, 15 and all that, they're just freeing up the thing out here for mans. Yeah? And then now that they're a bit older and their body's been used up, men have been pile driving them off, spleeging it, clapping off the cheeks, all kind of madness, which not to get too, you know what I mean? But men have been doing every kind of thing under the sun and that with these women. They've been giving it up, freeing it out in toilets, all kind of madness at concerts, Glastonbury and that, Carnival, Nottingham Hill Carnival and that, dirty whining on man's, twerking it off and that, sneaking off in a phone booth somewhere, whatever madness. You know what I mean? Just freeing up themselves, man. But then now that they don't want to do that no more and they want a man to take care of their bills, now it's time to settle down and they need a real man. They need where all the good men at. But they wasn't picking good men to do all that stuff with, all that craziness. They were just picking the guy. Oh, I like him. His ponytail's nice. He's got Dax in his ponytail. Oh man, girl, his hair. Oh, he looks like he's been going gym. Oh, I like that thing he does with his pectorals when he makes him jump. Oh, he can jump high. Oh, he's taller. He's tall. Oh, he's a thug. I heard he shot someone. You know what I mean? Oh, he talks tough. He talks like he's the toughest man in the world and people believe him. Whatever stupid reasons. And then the woman's going to try and look for all them characteristics that she looked, them 1 or 2 characteristics that she saw in that guy where, oh, he's a funner guy than these guys. Now she expects them same characteristics to be in you. Or in the so-called good man. When the reason why the good man's successful right now that she wants to now take care of her life is because he didn't do all them demonic things that the demon guys were doing. And then, he's mad. These women actually expect the man to chase them so that that man can pay every single thing in their life. And it doesn't matter whether you're poor, barely struggling to pay your rent, pay your bills, whether you're richer than a ma, you know what I mean? Whether you've King Solomon money, whether you're a billionaire, trillionaire, all of these women don't think that a man should be able to have more than one woman. They don't think that he should be able to. And some of these women are such demons in this world now that if they do ever think that a man should be able to deal with another woman, they want to be there, taking part, helping him deal with the woman. Sickening display. They want to be in the mix. They don't want to be, okay, you and this woman, I'm a fine. They like when in this world have you ever heard about a woman being like, man, my husband's been so good to me. I'ma surprise him. I'ma find him another wife to make him happier, so that she can share this load of like helping him be happy. When in this world you think a woman would ever do that? Never. You understand? Never in this world. You know what I mean? Oh, he just won the NBA championships. I'm gonna go and find him another wife because he deserves it. Because he's been paying for my life, every single stupid thing that I think's worthwhile paying for. My hair, my nails, and all these dumb, stupid things that women thinks. These crazy, stupid shoes that Eve saw an Edomite woman wear. These bags that Eve saw an Edomite woman wear. You know what I mean? When have any of these Eves that are dating any of these rich men ever decided I'm gonna make my own bag brand so that I can actually make my husband some more money? Or did they end up running and trying to just copy their bag? But surely if one of these Eves was the wife of a successful star, if she paid a designer or designed her own bag, yeah, with expensive materials like $1,000 worth of materials, you think that they wouldn't be able to sell that bag for 20K if they was able to make make 20 bags, actual bags, fashion bags or whatever, that cost $1,000 each to make? You think they couldn't sell them for 20K? And the reason why that we're getting sold for 20K is because this woman is dating a very successful basketball player. So then the bag now gets associated with dating a famous rich man. You think that couldn't happen? But these women don't want to do that though. They want to drain all of a man's funds, and then once they've drained it, then they run and dip to a next geezer. And that's the experience that pretty much every single man on this earth has had with women in general. And that's why all men out here, when they really, and like some of you brothers out there, I've seen it, you kind of don't want to talk about Eve. You don't really want to talk about the woman that much. But occasionally, you know, and I know, Yahweh puts the spirit on you to talk about these hoes. And you'll be venting about how dumb these bitches are, because every man knows this. We all know it, man. But some brothers can hold it down more to where they don't feel the need to talk about it. But other brothers, we talk about it more, man. Or they talk about it more. Verse 11, tremble you men at ease, be troubled ye careless one, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the present fears, for the fruit of wine. And many men out here, right, have been through situations with women that they still remember now. A woman might have committed adultery on them. A woman might have tried to accuse them of committing adultery. But then the man finds out that actually, no, you was committing adultery. A woman might have been dealing with a man at the same time as she's dealing with his best friend. You know what I mean? A woman might have went through her man's phone and tried to go act crazy because she's saying he did this and he did that. But then it turns out that she did the same kind of things. A woman might have tried to introduce her man to her so-called male friends. And then you come to find out that she's actually been dating these guys. Women do crazy shit in this world, man. And every single man knows that women are wicked. And we know the reason why Eve's bald-headed out here, man. It's a punishment for how wicked she is. But how many Israelite women have we ever seen that say, yeah, if we would have been more righteous to our so-called black men, to the Israelite man, then we'd have been having hair now, and we wouldn't need to go to an Ishmaelite or an Elamite and buy a weave and sew it into our head, but then try and play through with that hair like it's real. Women, let me say, this is gonna be crazy. I'm about to say, man. What Eve both? Hey, Shalakia, man. I think this is gonna be funny anyway, but maybe it's not. But Eve boasting and like trying to play through with her hair like it's real hair, yeah. It's like us taking some Monopoly money out of the board game box, yeah, and then trying to like floss with that like it's real money. That ain't real. That ain't real. You know what I mean? And it can look real, I guess, but it ain't real. But that's how Eve is with the hair. And then she'll say, "Oh, it's real hair because I bought it." Okay, this money's real because I bought the Monopoly game. I bought this game called Payday that's got these $1,000 notes and $5,000 notes in there. So that's real money. Yeah, okay. You keep telling yourself that, mate. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not, man. And occasionally, videos be getting made on women because men keep either going through situations with women themselves or continually get reminded by these things that they see women do in this world. They continually get reminded that women are wicked, man. Like they're not fair people at all. Like a woman that makes 30 grand a year, £30, $30, whatever, she'll actually think in her mind that that's equal as a man that makes 60,000 a year. She'll actually think that. But let her make the 60,000 and the man make the 30,000 and him say that's equal. She's gonna know exactly what maths is then. And it's so bad that a woman that makes 30 grand a year will actually think that she's makes the same as 250, that her 30,000 is the same as 250,000 a year. And the proof on that is that Kevin Samuels show, man. The things that women would be saying on there, weren't they ridiculous? Weren't the women that used to come on that show absolutely ridiculous? Didn't they clearly look like they're under a contract with Satan? With how delusional they were. Right? Let me get this. First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. These women in this world right now, they don't even know that they're dead, man. They're alive, but they're dead though. Right? They are absolutely delusional, mate. The majority of them. And there'll be some women that they can kind of hold it down more than others. But really, the majority of them are delusional. Like one of the elders recently, he was doing a video on how Eve got on his comment board and was talking about what if the black women, basically it was like, what if the so-called black woman decides to boycott the Hebrew Israelite movement? And I'm thinking to myself, she already has. She already has boycotted the Israelite movement. She's the main scoffer. You know what I mean? She's the main scoffer anyway. Most of the videos that have gone viral, Eve's there. I remember one so-called black woman that was running her mouth to the brothers in London one time, man. She was running her mouth off and she said at the end of the conversation, I hope and I pray that I see you, man, in the day of the Lord. And one of the brothers, the elder, said to the woman, you probably will. And who knows? That might happen, man. She was running her mouth. She was arguing. She left, came back again, left, came back again. And her friend was kind of quiet next to them. But then the demon even jumped on her and she started running her mouth. They can't help themselves, man. And that's why a lot of women right now, or in the future, they're wanting to try and all talk about the scriptures and that. And you're there thinking, but you only think that you can get into the scriptures like this because you've seen us say it. You've seen men say these things. So now your arrogance is making you think you can say it because the majority of people just think that the men that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are just some niggas. And they've been reading. It's only because of the amount of time they've been reading it. It's why they know this stuff. They ain't got nothing else going on. They're bums anyway, so of course they're gonna be able to read the Bible. And even the devil know the Bible and all that bullshit that you people say, man. You people think that you can just get this spiritual gift because these men have got it, but that's not how it works, though. First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 15, for some are already turned aside after Satan. And a lot of these women in this world right now, they literally are turned after Satan. They've got demons on them, man. Like, this isn't me joking, like, women, no, I mean it, bro. And even in general anyway, we're all facing demons. But Eve's not even recognizing that she's got a demon on her. She's thinking that the things that she's doing is normal because the demon's so deeply infested in there. She's not even thinking, oh, after she goes off, oh, Salakia. She's thinking Barakatah, mate. She's thinking, yeah, Barak, I'm blessed up, blessed up. No, you ain't blessed. Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and verse 22, and harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. But in this world, women are promoting and trying to use Kim Kardashian as a reference for righteousness. They're using that as a thingy for righteousness, and then you're thinking, hang on, imagine if a father, was to have said that he made his daughter do a sex tape, and he reviewed the video. What would people call him? Like, women, when it comes to even their children in general, are tyrants, man. Women are tyrants over their children. And one of the main reasons why women want they want a man to have money, but at the same time they're scared if he does. But they know that they're just like, well, I'm going to use the law to drain his money anyway if he acts up too much. It's because they know how they are. If they have money, they know how the kind of things that they'll say to a man if they have money. But like I've said before in many occasions, if a man had unlimited resources, meaning that he does not have to worry about money ever again in his life, never, he would not care about giving a woman access to his money that she can do whatever she wants to take care of herself. Women, on the other hand, are not made like that. Women are not equal or fair people, man. They're not. They're unfair and unequal people. This is just the facts, man. Most of them right now are under a contract with Satan, man. Verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. And the godly women that are going to be given to the men that feareth the Lord are going to happen in the time where all hell breaks loose, man. The men of the elect are going to get given access to the best women of that time. The best women of that time are going to become men's wives. And one of the elders, again, recently, and you've seen in this video that I keep mentioning and referring to videos that other men have did as well, because that's a sign of how deep it is out here with what's going on. Every man's annoyed with the things that women are doing, and then another brother will be annoyed maybe at another brother for hoping and expecting something that he can't get. So he might hear another brother saying about he wants multiple wives, and then he'll become annoyed that brother keeps talking about multiple wives because he's not able to have multiple wives the way how he wants to. And he might be like, well, if I ain't got the multiple wives, why are you speaking about it then? And it's not because he hates that brother or nothing like that. It's just the frustration that's going on right now on this earth, man. Which it speaks about in James the 4th chapter. From whence cometh wars among you? Is it not because of the lusts that warreth in your members? We want to have things. Every brother out here wants to be financially successful, financially stable, and not have to worry about bills. Every man wants to be an island. They want to be able to have everything set up their own self. They want to have their own house privatized, their own land privatized. They want to be able to have their children under their wing instead of under the school and the government's wing. They want to have their woman, and which will turn into women, and want their women to have some fucking respect around here. So everyone's frustrated, man. And the people that have been in the truth longer, they would have more frustrations, but they'll be able to contain the frustrations longer because they've got more experience. And they'll have been through more, even just if you consider just because of time, they would have been through more. But they would have, but it's even deeper than that, because the people that have been in the truth longer, they've been through the situations that younger brothers would have went through more times. Plus, because of time frame and because Yahweh chose them before others, they'll have been through more things too. So they'd have been through the same situation that other younger brothers have went through more times than that younger brother. Plus, they'd have been through situations that brother hasn't even went through and might not go through because their spirit was chosen before and is a higher rank. So therefore, it's gonna have a higher threshold for temptation, a higher threshold for resisting wickedness, man. So the spirits that older person in the truth has been through, you might not have to go through. You might not have to see a spirit in the corner of your room looking at you sideways while you're not asleep, or whatever crazy things that you can even imagine in your mind that a person longer than you in the truth has been through. You might not have to do it. I've had to see an exorcism, or had to take part in one and exorcise a whole building and rebuke a demon and evil spirit out of it. You know what I mean? You might not have to do that. You might not have to have people bear false witness on you and accuse you of certain things, or have people call up your job and try and get you fired, to where you cry to the Lord because you was feeling a bit weak in that time, and them people was actually able to make you to a certain time ashamed of what you believe in. But then now that was experience that you went through where you was like, nah, fuck being ashamed, man. You might not have to go through that. You might not have to go through your children just being upped and leaved and taken from you without you even knowing, and just move to a whole other city and a whole other state or a whole other country. You might not have to go through that. You might not have to go through seeing your young children not believe in the Lord, but you believe in the Lord. So then you have to accept, man, my child is going to be destroyed, but then I'm going to get them back in the kingdom. You might not have to go through that, but other people have. And that's why you people out there, man, you ain't got no fucking manners. For the people that have believed in the Lord longer than you, and you don't want to admit where you found out that you're an Israelite from because you're a slimy nigger. Fucking wake up, man. Don't scoff the truth. Show some fucking manners, nigga. Because there's people that have been through things that you can't even imagine. But you people out there, you're arrogant, and you think that, oh, I can just believe, and I'm gonna learn from these people, but I'm not gonna give any respect to where I learned it from. Yeah, I see other people saying double honors on their videos, but fuck that. I'm the one with the honor. And in fact, I'm gonna give a triple, quadruple, quintuple honors to myself. And you're thinking arrogantly, well, the Lord made me know it, so, and you know what I mean? But who did the Lord use to make you know it? You know what I mean? You have to give some kind of respect around here in the world, man. You people give respect to your university lecturer. All you people that talk all that, I can't learn from a man, I don't want to learn from a man. When you people go to university, you ain't just trying to boy off your lecturer and just putting your hand up and cutting them off. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that, man. I've been to university, so-called university and all that, and I've been in lectures, and I haven't really seen people. I've saw people try a little thing here and there to where they put their hand up and ask a question, and they want to just keep asking more questions. But I haven't seen people be disruptive like how people are disruptive to the Israelites. I ain't never seen that. Never once. I've heard people chatting shit to the lecturers and that, but not like how people chat shit to the apostles and chat shit to the brothers and the elders and all that. I ain't seen nobody try and talk like how people talk to them, to the lecturers. Because they know that the lecturer's going to make a call and call the cops. Or just stop teaching, and everyone through peer pressure is going to be like, oh, sure, man. Just leave, man. If you don't want to learn, then leave. I paid a lot of money to be here. I paid a lot of, you know what I mean? They know that this, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the Israelite thing, everyone could be an Israelite. Everyone's been through slavery at one point in time or another. Everyone's under the curses. Everyone's got the same lineage back to add. Like, they don't want to try and make it be anything where Israelite, especially an Israelite man, can be unique to anybody else in any way. But then people in this world will say everyone's an Israelite, right? Or everyone, we're all connected to, but is everyone Chinese? Huh? Is everyone Indian? Oh, with them classifications, then all of a sudden, nah, there's variances in life. But when it comes to being an Israelite, oh yeah, we're all connected to Adam at the end of the day. Are we all connected to Mr. Chinaman at the end of the day? Are we all Shanghai noon kids now then? Are we all Indian with a red dot on our head? I don't think so, mate. Are we all connected to Singh Patel? Nah. But we're somehow all connected to Israel now. Everyone always wants to remember Adam whenever it comes to Israelites, but they don't ever talk about, oh yeah, we're all from Adam at the end of the day, when Esau's complaining about immigration. Oh, I'm tired of these immigrants. I'm tired of these immigrants. Yeah, but you know that them immigrants are connected to us anyway through Adam. They ain't trying to hear that. They're like, fuck off, mate. Bible's not real anyway. Fuck off. Bollocks, mate. Bollocks. They ain't trying to hear none of that Adam talk. Or that we're all connected through a joint ancestry. Whenever it comes to anything that is not about the Israelites having to give up their privileges and their benefits and advantages that they have over everyone else. So what I say to all that, we all come from Adam stuff, fuck that. Because souls the chosen also come from Adam. We all come from Adam and the people whom thou also has chosen. So forget all that we're all joint together stuff, man. Fuck that. Now, after that rant, let's read this. Verse 27, a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. There be two things that that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry, a man of war that suffereth poverty, which happens in this world, and men of understanding that are not set thereby, men of understanding that people don't show no respect to, man, even though the men are talking sense. And that's how it is in this world in general. When men say something, right, that makes sense, people don't believe it. It's not for you brothers out there. You've said things to your family, maybe to your parents and that, or did things. You might have started growing your beard and then or not having a shape up, and they're like, hey, you look rough, you know. You need to change that. But then when they see somebody else doing it, or oh well, yeah, that's actually fuck fuck all that. You were just chatting shit to me. Or you might make a point about something, right? And then they might hear it on the news and be like, oh, did you know that? Blah, 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 blah. Or they might come across a conversation in public and somebody else in the world says that stuff to them and like, yeah, that's true, you know. But then when you were saying it to them, they was like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to do my own research on that, you know. Oh, I don't really, you know what I mean? These people are fake as hell. And one that returneth from righteousness to sin, the Lord prepareth such and one for the sword. And that's what's gonna happen to a lot of these wicked women out here, man. They've gone from righteousness to sin. There was a time where the Israelite woman wouldn't even put her foot on the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Now she'll put her foot on the ground and her palms and start twerking it off. You know what I mean? Women out here, when you see some of the crazy things that these damn demon women do on World Star, they're going into Walmart, taking off all their clothes and just twerking in the shop. Like, and you're thinking, this woman's got demons on her. But them kind of videos are on World Star. These women just being absolutely vile. Women walk. I saw one of the brothers that a brother videos that a brother put out. Pants Day in London and that. I think I shared it on the channel. Pants Day, where women are walking around in their underpants, and the brother was going into how these same women would complain or be nervous and that if a man tried to holler at them when it's any other day, but then they're bold and brave to be walking around showing off their body, walking around the streets in their underwear. But then if any other time a man was to walk around the streets in his underwear, if it's not a so-called national day for it, he's a pervert. Like, this world is so hypocritical, man. And really, when we consider all the wickedness that these women do, yeah, we need to consider what we've did to Yahweh. Because the same things that our women do to us now, that's how we did Yahweh, man. That's the way how we treated Yahweh, just blase, oh yeah, he's gonna bless me anyway, because he loves me. Yeah, he loves me anyway, so he's gonna bless me anyway. Or I don't need to do this for him. He's supposed to bless me anyway. He made me, so he's supposed to bless me anyway. That's how our women think to us. Oh, he's supposed to take care of this, that, and that anyway. And if he ain't, well then I'm not doing this for him. So Israel thought, well, because since Yahweh isn't blessing us, and he should just bless us anyway, whether we do the right or the wrong thing, I'm not going to do the right thing because he should bless me anyway. He made me. That's how our women think about us. Oh, well, since he ain't paying every single bill in my life, or he ain't, okay, he paying every bill, but I can't go on no holidays though. He ain't being romantic and taking me to restaurants. I said I wanted to go to Ferracini's last week, and he was just angry and said, I got things to do. And I tried to make him give up one of his Saturdays for me, but he was like, nah, I'm going to have to be on that Bible thing or whatever the hell he does secretly that he ain't told me about, that he does over his Saturday. He ain't gave me a Saturday or a Friday or a Sunday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or Thursday ever once since I've been in this relationship with him. He must not love me. So I'm going to start messaging another nigga now, or whatever the hell these demon women do. I'm going to keep one in the chamber like Big Mama said I should do. I'ma start being a belligerent bitch now. I'm not gonna cook him a meal when he comes home now. I'ma sulk. I'ma strop. Cause you know what I mean? That's how we did Yahweh. I'ma shave my beard off now. I'ma get a tattoo. I'ma start sin. I'ma follow an idol. I'ma see, okay, since God ain't blessing me with wealth like I want, I'ma go to an idol now and see if an idol can get me the wealth. I'ma do what I saw them heathen doing the other day. I'ma bow down to this statue and see if this idol can get me that money. I'ma go to another man, another God. Okay, Yahweh says he's a God, but he ain't giving me all the things I think I deserve now. So I'm gonna run to another God and see if I can get it from. That's how we did Yahweh. So when we're angry about the things that our women do to us, right? We need to realize that we did that to Yahweh though. We did that to Yahweh, so Yahweh's like, yeah, bitch, I'm cutting you off. I'm divorcing that ass. I ain't paying no fucking bills, ho. And I hope that next man that you get with whoops your ass. You know what I mean? And guess what? The other man that the Israelites got with did whoop their ass, Esau. You know what I mean? Esau has been domestically violencing the woman of Israel, as in the nation, for years. And she's still acting like he's the best man. Oh, but he better than my other man though, because he giving me money so that I can be a fart in the streets. But he's also uppercutting you in your jaw and putting your ass in a headlock, figure four, clothesline. You know what I mean? But the arrogance of Eve has made her think about Jake. But when I'm with Esau, I still can have money though, and I'm in control of the finances. So if I was to try and go back to Israel now to Jake, he gonna be arrogant. He gonna be mad at me. He gonna make me have to beg for his love back, and I'm not. I'm too proud for to do that, girl. I cannot do it, girl. I cannot do it. That's how Jake is trying to be with Yahweh. Oh, but if I go back to him, then I don't want to have to beg for his mercy because I don't really think I did anything wrong. No, you did do something wrong, nigga. We did something wrong. We did. Not just you, me too. All of us. Yeah? Don't be one of them brothers out there saying I ain't sinned. Mate, don't chat. Please, man. Let me get that. Let me get that scripture. Please, bruh. Please don't be out here saying I ain't sinned. You chatting shit, mate. Please don't be out there saying that. Okay, you got an afro. You got a beard. You wear fringes on every outfit when you come out your house. All right, fair. You always okay. You might be outside and it looks like you ain't got your fringes on, but you always keep one of your fringe t-shirts on under every single outfit. All right, fair enough. That don't mean you're not sinning. 2 chapter 16 and verse 53. Let not the sinner say that he hath not sinned, for Yahweh shall burn coals of fire upon his head, which saith before Yahweh and his glory, I have not sinned. Please don't be out here saying that you haven't sinned, man. Don't waste your breath lying. Because if somebody ever tries to tell me they ain't sinned, I'm not impressed. Now I'm thinking, man, you got to watch out for this geezer. Because in the wickedness that he is doing then, they actually think that they're righteous. You know what I mean? They actually think that they're righteous, or they think that, oh yeah, I did go off and do this and I did that, but I flew a turtle dove like a turtle, mate. This ain't turtle dove time, mate. This ain't I gave 2 turtles and a pigeon or whatever, or a lamb, mate. Nah. If you burn like some people, Jake must think that they can put some Tesco lamb in the oven and burn it at 250 degrees to a point where it burns and turns into ash. See, I gave a sacrifice for that wickedness I just did. Mate, that's not a burnt offering. That's burnt lamb in your oven. Yeah, you understand? Like, that's not a burnt offering. Or I didn't give the burnt offering outside, but I put my lamb in that I got from Tesco's, and it was a big one as well, you know. It was just one of them 23-pound ones, and I didn't even get it on sale. I paid the full price, and I put it in my oven, and I turned the heat up, and I burnt that. Remember it says rehearsed righteous acts. So I gave a blessing. That was a burnt offering to the Lord with that when I burnt that lamb in the oven. See, I could have cooked it and seasoned it and ate it, but I'm repentant. So I just burnt that in the oven. That's a burnt offering because remember it says we're that's what some Jake must think out here. No, fam. You're going off. And this ain't me making it no, oh yeah, it's fun to go up. No, it's not fun to go off. It's not fun when you realize, man, I need help from the Lord, bro. I need that new covenant. It's not fun when you realize that despite as much as we say on videos and say all these things, that we might have did some of the things that we're saying for other people not to do. Now, if you're being honest, that's what you would have to accept, that there might have come a time where you told somebody don't covet and you might have coveted. There might have been a time where you told somebody don't commit adultery, but you might have yourself had an adulterous thought, which is covetousness, which covetousness can lead to adultery. And in the world in times past, before you knew you was an Israelite, how much sins did you do then? Even if you haven't did some of the same kind of things now. You see what I mean? We've sinned, man. And until we're under the new covenant, there will still be sin present within us. Don't waste your breath saying you haven't. And the main people that think that they haven't ever did nothing wrong are women, which it leads back to that topic of the video, man, that women have gone aside after Satan in this world. They're under a contract with Satan, man. Verse 54, behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, and he knows the works of women too. Their imaginations, their thoughts and their hearts, which spake but the world, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. In his word were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them. So if Yahweh knows all of this, you think you don't know about the wickedness that you've did? You think Yahweh's going to allow you women to throw us under the bus and blame the men? Oh, I would have been a righteous woman, but that nigga couldn't pay all my bills. That nigga couldn't take me on 5 holidays a year. In fact, when I saw Love Island Dubai, or when I saw Jodie Shore, or when I saw The Only Way is Essex, or how, you know what I mean? When I was watching Love Island UK, that woman really, she was on holiday, she was getting a tan, and she was with Jerome Tavers on there, and he had abs 6-packs. So I deserve that life. When you was lusting after and coveting other women's lives, that was you sinning. Don't you understand that? When you women are comparing your lives and comparing your relationship to other women, that's covetousness. That's a sin. When you're trying to get your man to copy what some celebrities did, some celebrity that's probably a batty man, by the way, probably freed up the booty to some little rat, small hat, behind the scenes in some dark chamber somewhere, and you're expecting your man to be like him now. Oh, I want him to be like Pavarotti Supreme, the new actor from Kill or Die or Kill or Get Money TV show. I want him to have a ponytail of corn. I want him to have a half cornrows, ponytail, faded hairstyle. And if he can't have that, I don't really rock with him. He a lame ass nigga. But then you want to be able to be fat as hell or not fat one day. You want to be able to be a 10 with makeup and a 10 without makeup. You want this weight that you are when you're on the scale to not matter. You want your body count to not matter. You want your stinky foot to not matter. What is that I heard one of the elders say before? You want your long... Hey, so look here. You want your long middle toe to not matter. You know what I mean? You want your one titty bigger than the other to not matter. You know what I mean? You want all the flaws that you might have to not matter, but you want the man's beard that might not be completely attached to every single part and be the most perfectly aesthetic beard. You want his receding the hairline to matter. You want his, he ain't got a 10-pack to matter. You want his, he ain't over 6 foot to matter. He ain't the most best financially to matter. You know what I mean? You want everything kind of physically on a man to matter, but you don't want the physical things on you to matter. You don't want it to matter that you can't grow your own hair. If he don't love me at my worst, then he don't love me at my best. You want everything, you know what I mean? Like we're supposed to have to deal with women that are clapped. But you don't want the men to be clapped and you have to deal with them. You want the men that are the high value men in this world and the top men to find you attractive and to put you into their life. But how many times do you consider the men that you turn down though? All the men that you don't want to have to date, you don't want them men to have to give no justification to you. But then you want the men that don't want you to have to give you a justification. Oh, but why does my body count matter though? Why does it matter that I'm 5'2" and 350 pounds? That shouldn't matter. If that's obviously not the real man for me, they ain't gonna mate. Yeah, right, man. No man wants women that are bigger than a tower, bruh. Big like a walrus out here. No man wants that. Unless he's got demons on him. But I digress. Verse 57, he searcheth the deep and the treasures thereof. He hath measured the sea and what it containeth. And people might say, oh, why is this guy talking about women, right? Mate, why not? Are women exempt from being spoken about? Are women exempt from judgment in this world now then? Is that how it is? If a prophet was judging, or if a king was judging, or if a ruler was judging over something, should he now, sorry, you should have said you had a vagina. I would have closed the case right away. Oh, she did what? She drove her car and crashed and killed 25 people in a car crash? Okay, let's research them. Oh, but I've got a vagina, judge. Oh, you should have said straight away, madam. Case closed. Bang on the gavel. Case closed. Sorry, there's nothing I can do. My arms are tied here. She's got a vagina. Sorry. You should have said, sorry, she's got a vagina and ovaries. She's exempt. Nah, it don't work that way. Women are going to get judged too. And just wait for me. When I think about it some of the time, man, if women wasn't such demons, I'd actually feel sorry for them. Women are not ready, man, for what's going to take place in that dark day of the Lord, man. They're not ready, bro. They are really not right. When I really think about the things that us as brothers are going to have to maneuver through in that time, man. People that want to take your head off. And when I think, rah, fam, it's going to be madness, you know. That time's going to be mad, fam. Like the things that, mate, it's going to be absolutely horrible. The things that brothers are getting ready to see, it's going to be horrible, bruv. The amount of piles of human flesh that's going to be without the souls in them anymore, that brothers are going to see. The stench, the plagues, crazy things. There might come a time where a brother of the elect has to literally run from a lion, run from a bear, and dodge that serpent that tries to bite them when they set their hand on the wall, because he ain't going to get caught by that. Or he might get bit by the serpent and still survive because he's of the elect and Yahweh is not going to make him die by that. Every single brother is going to have that makes it. He's going to have a hell of a story to tell, man. And his storytelling skills of that story are going to increase year by year when he's telling his multitude of descendants, his grandchildren, that are the same age as his actual children. You know what I mean? His grandchildren, his great-great-great-grandchildren that are the same age as his children that he's still having now. So he might have a son that's newborn now or 5, but he's also got a grandson that's 5, but he's also got a great-grandson that's 5 and a great-great-great-grandson that's 5 and some great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandsons that are 5, and they're all sitting down in front of him, thousands of youths. Tell us the story about when you got saved again, Granddad. I love this story. And then your sons there that are big man, them millions of years old. They're like, oh, I love it when he tells this story, you know, about the time when he got beamed up and that. I love it when he tells this story. It's fake, and they know the words of the story all the time. Or he might add something into the story that he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, raw, I don't remember that part, you know. Man, I love it when Granddad tells this story. I love this story. Every time when he tells his story every year, and every year there's even more of us. I love it when he tells his story. And then all the grandchildren, when they're leaving, after that granddad, they've spent time with their granddad, which will be you. They're like, Granddad's so cool, isn't he, Dad? And like, yeah, man, he's lucky that if it wasn't for him in that time, him believing in Yahweh Shai, which is ultimately because of the Messiah anyway. But if it wasn't because of the Messiah and having these people that believe in, we'd have been through. If it wasn't for the except Yahweh left us a remnant, would have been like Sodom and would have been like Gomorrah. You know what I mean? That's the honor, the kind of honor that the men of the elect are going to have, man. And when you consider things like this, you're prepared to accept the disrespect that you have from your woman, right? We're prepared to accept these kind of things, man. Verse 63, surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin. You women out there, you can't hide your sin. You men out there, you can't hide your sin. You've sinned, man. Don't gas it. Don't be out here saying you're keeping all the commandments. Cap. No, you ain't. You know what I mean? I'm keeping all. What sin am I breaking? Well, mate, you're not going to commit adultery or do whatever the sin that is that you're doing out in public, are you? So because I can't physically point out a sin that you're doing, that means you ain't sinning? Because based on that same logic, what sin are we doing that you've seen us do? But does that mean, are we proud to ever going to say I ain't sinning? No, we're not. We know we have sinned and do sin. Because we're realistic, man. But we also know this, that we don't want to sin. We want to be under the new covenant, perfect, immortal, free from death, spiritual and not carnal, incorruptible instead of corruptible, righteous instead of wicked, clean and pure instead of like a filthy rag. You understand? But saying you ain't sinning, mate, you're chatting shit, fam. You know it, and we know it, and most importantly, Yahweh Bar Sham, Yahweh Shai knows him, and he knows you're lying when you say you ain't sinning. He knows this. Now, I was just thinking about this scripture. I said about how when you understand the kind of glory that we're going to receive, man, and that honor, like that to me is a beautiful thought, man. Being able to like talk about the day when you got saved from the day of the Lord, like every single year or every single couple of years, to all your different descendants, man, or the multitude of grandsons, sons that you're gonna have, and that, and you just sit them all down and remind them about the day of the Lord, man. You know how it speaks about, you know how people speak about the Exodus now, right? But it speaks in the scriptures in the prophecy, which I'll get it now real quick, about how the day that we're gonna get saved is gonna be greater than that. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up, which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries where I had driven them. So there might come time where brothers are like, man, yeah. And the next thing I knew is we heard that America had nukes shot off from it, and then the next thing you know, I was in a chariot right next to the brothers that was in America, and I was like, rah, oh shit, it's that brother. I used to watch his videos, man. Oh shit, oh you look taller in real life, oh you look short in real life, oh you look bigger, oh shit, shalom, then oh shit, we're in the chariot, and then looking down the sea, oh fuck, man, them motherfuckers are getting fucking roasted with fire. You know what I mean? It's gonna be mad, bruv. That salvation day, man. And that's gonna be a day that every single man and the women, but I'm thinking from the men's perspective because I'm a man. You women, if you want to think about the kingdom and that, you think about it for yourself, man. We don't have to we don't have to do all the work to be telling you all the things that you should be getting ready to experience and thinking of in the kingdom, man. We're men, so we're gonna view it from our perspective summertime. All you men steady worrying about men having multiple wives. Worry about what you're ready to look forward to in the kingdom of heaven. And if you're not able to do that, yeah, then that means that you've got everything that you want right now, right here. That means that your life's not really as hard as you're making out. Because you've got everything cozy as you want it right now here on earth. But we as men, we've got things that we want to speak about, and I'm speaking about it one of them right now. Something that I know that other men would also think is a glorious thing to do, man. Where men will speak about one of their salvation escapade that they went through to get on the chart, man, to where they've got honor now in the kingdom. And they're gonna remember that story, and they're gonna story tell, man. They're gonna tell, you know what I mean? They might have a favorite son or a favorite couple of sons, and they might have a hobby that they always do, and might create their own. I don't want to say it's going to be their own high holy day. They might have their own family reunion days that they have with particular descendants, man. There might come a time where we end up having descendants, so many descendants that one of our physical descendants from either our sons or our grandsons end up looking exactly the same as we did at them ages. And we might have a son, grandson, great grandson, great 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 grandson, and his son, and they might all end up looking exactly the same as we did, or as we do now. Once they reach past the age of puberty, man, it's gonna be mad, bruv. We're gonna have all these different sons that are our descendants, but they look completely different. Some of them are gonna look like they're from the tribe of Issachar. Some are gonna look like they're from the tribe of Gad. Some of them are gonna have like very, very tight curled woolly hair. Some of them might have straighter hair. You know what I mean? They're gonna have different hairstyles and all this kind of stuff. So their beards are gonna be all these different ways, but they're all gonna be our descendants, man. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be beautiful, man. And that's why you Edomites, when you're trying to force that charagma on us, you're fighting against the thoughts that we have about receiving all of these things. That's what you're fighting against, man. And you're not going to be able to, like, when a man's got a good imagination, it's hard to try and corrupt him, man. Because his imagination can produce things better than what you can show him in reality. Because what can Esau show us in reality? A fast car? He can't show us a fast chariot, though, can he? We're going to be thinking about that. In the kingdom, we might see an Edomite getting messed up in the kingdom when we're flying over in our chats. We're like, yo, park up, G. Yo, park up, fam. I want a piece of that. We might fly down and start serving Esau up too with our brothers, man. Like, yeah, that looks fun, man. Let me just watch. This is funny. This is funny to me to see this. Because I've been waiting for these guys to get served up like this, and it's finally here. This is hilarious to me. To see Esau finally getting jacked up, man. For all the wickedness that he did. That wicked, dirty, stinking wretch. You know what I mean? And I think of let me just get this one more scripture, man, because when it comes to certain topics, man, and certain things, like, it always goes to many different places, man, and Yahweh gave certain men the ability to, which, let me not even say that, man, because that's proud, man. But he gave people in general the ability to say a lot, man, because we know a lot of things that goes on in this world, and we can vent and sigh and cry for all the abominations that go on in this world, and vent on these videos, and speak about grievances that we know that brothers are going through, man. We know the things that brothers are going through, because we're going through some of these things, and there might be some things that even people that are older than us in the truth that we can see that they're going through, and that gets on our nerves, man, because we don't want our teachers to be catching hell down there. But then at the same time, we acknowledge that the hell is a purifying process, and that we're not always going to be going through this kind of stuff, man. There's going to come a day where our lives get better, man. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10, rejoice not against me, all mine enemy, all of you enemies, you women out there, you men of other nations out there, don't rejoice against us. When I fall, I shall arise. We've caught hell, but once you're at the bottom, the only way is up. So things can't really get much worse for us. We're already the lowest. It can only really go up from here. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. Okay, we're in the lowest financial states. We're in this, we're in that. But Yahweh is our guidance. And he's showing us that there's a better future coming for us. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh. We're under this situation because we're cursed right now. Because I have sinned against him. The sinning led to curses until he plead my cause. So we're going to be under this curse state until Yahweh's like, it's enough. And one of the things that's going to cause Yahweh to say it's enough is, okay, these heathen now, their hurtful works are fulfilled. They've finally reached that limit to where I was like, once they do this, I'm giving it back to the children of Israel, because I don't want to see them this wickedness no more. They've pissed me off so much now that I'm tired of this. I'm going to give it back to the people, to the rightful owners. I'm going to give the rulership back to the rightful owners now. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the street. So you women out there, okay, you've had a fun time on the Esau with the contract with the devil. You did your thing, but you that lived in pleasure, you've been dead while you liveth. So when the dark times come and and now you have to stand based on what you did, you ain't gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna be looking simple out here. You're gonna absolutely look absolutely stupid. And them same men that you disrespected, you're gonna see them reach a higher level than what you was thinking you was on. And you're not going to be brought into, they're not going to forgive you because you're just so lovable and you're just such a delicate and tender kitten. Oh, I was going to be mad at her, but I can't stay mad at you, girl. Come here and give me a kiss. And that's not going to be happening, fam. They're going to stay mad and reject you into receiving the glorious things that they are going to receive because they had to catch hell. And in all the time where you thought that it was a good decision to leave those men and get with whatever new guy you wanted to do out of your madness with, right? You was thinking you made the right decision because when you're periodically trying to spy on that guy's life, you'd be like, oh, the kingdom ain't came yet, so it's lucky I went and left off with Jerome Panderson. It's lucky I went with that nigga with a ponytail. You know what I mean? It's lucky I went with K Money, the drug dealer on the block. It's lucky I did that. Man, it was a good decision for me to sleep with that nigga's best friend. Because his best friend, if I would have met the best friend before, then I would have went with him first. But then I used the man to get closer. And I kept asking him questions and trying to find out whether his friend's got a woman. And then I left him for him. You know what I mean? These are the kind of things that women in this world do. And they thought that when they thought they had the advantage, they didn't feel sorry. When they thought that they made the right decision because they spied on a man's life periodically and said, oh, he ain't did this or that, he ain't got this or that. So it's a good job I'd left him. I dodged a bullet there. But when they end up seeing that the man actually is the one that dodged the bullet, some of them are going to have such arrogance that they're going to think they can try and come back, and they're not going to be forgiven. They're not going to be, because that man's going to remember all the hell that he caught, and nobody cared. Nobody gave two shits when he was catching hell. Nobody gave two shits when he might have went through a period of time where he had to live in his car, or he had to sleep on his friend's couch, or he had to be homeless for a time. No one gave two fucks when he was going through phases of time where he's unemployed, which is a thing that Jake's going to go through in this world anyway. No one gave a shit when he was unemployed. In fact, people laughed at him, was calling him a bum, was chatting shit. No one was wanting to help him. Know what I mean? They was laughing. So he's going to remember that all the things that you wicked women did, man. He's going to remember that laughing and mockery. He's not going to be like, okay, I've got all the best things, I'm going to forgive. No, he's going to be like, enjoy the world of wickedness that you're about to receive. I'll see your ass in the kingdom. You know what I mean? And you can know the same things that I know now and I'm about to receive right now in the near future. You'll know them after death by pain. Sayonara, motherfucker. He ain't gonna just like how you women right now ain't forgiving men. Most of you women out there ain't forgave your so-called baby's children's father that you think committed adultery and you ain't forgave him. You're telling your children, your daddy ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit, your daddy was out with them hoes. You're chatting shit, telling your children all kind of madness out here. So don't be surprised when men treat you the same way. And like I said earlier in this video, when the day of the Lord comes, you women are going to start to realize that men are not going to be doing the things that consistently being righteous like how they have been. Because women in this world expect men to have to be consistent with the things that they're supposed to do. But women don't have to be consistent. And that's about to be dragged out of the earth, man. That's not going to be what women are going to be seeing in the time to come. Women are going to be seeing men being inconsistent, mate. Or consistently for their self and being selfish like how women have been. And on that note, I'm going to say shalom to the nation of Israel, shalom.